soon. I'm your host, Bobby the Brain Heater.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to Prime Time Wrestling. What a blockbuster we have in store for you this week. It's just unreal. We're going to see some footage from the confrontation between Adrian Adonis and the Flower Shop and the battling Rowdy Piper and Piper's Pit, and it was unbelievable.
Well, you know, Piper's been shooting off his mouth a lot lately, and I think maybe he just got put in his place.
Well, we'll let the fans decide that. We're also going to take a look at some tremendous tag team action. Mike Rotundo and the Golden Boy Danny Spivey against the Hart Foundation. And, of course, our feature match, the Iron Sheik Nikolai Volkov title defense for the British Bulldogs. And let's not forget the special piece of footage that you're surprised that you're supplying us here this week on Primetime Wrestling. And maybe you'd like to enlighten us a little bit more.
It's almost ready to roll.
It is, huh? Well.
But not yet. It's too early in the program.
We're going to have it later on in the program.
Yep, I want Grandma to get her popcorn and the kiddies to sit there with their diet drinks and their beverage of their choice.
What are we going to see? Can you give us a
You're going to see
preview?
A man who doesn't even belong in professional wrestling. Should have never been able to own
There's
trunks,
a lot of those.
But this guy especially gets to me.
He does.
Yes, and there's nobody worse in professional wrestling than this loser.
I can think of a lot of guys that resemble that remark, and it will be interesting to see exactly what kind of footage the brain, Bobby the Brain Heenan, is going to come up with. Right now, we're going to go to our opening event, Ace Cowboy Bob Orton and Cousin Luke. Let's go down to ringside.
Cousin Luke looks a very happy fellow. I think he can sense that he's coming into this ring for a difficult bout and maybe feels the taste of victory.
Well, certainly would be a tremendous feather in his cap should he be able to get a victory over this gentleman right here.
Absolutely.
Who has probably forgotten more about professional wrestling than a lot of people will ever know.
Yes. Yes, he is a mechanic, you're right. He's an artisan in the movements of wrestling, professional wrestling. He knows the right leverages, and he has that indescribable strength that you cannot see in his body. Sinew strength.
Sort of felt that a little bit. That little tingling sensation in the left upper arm, bicep, tricep area as he was rammed right into Cousin Luke.
Yes.
Look at the handkerchief hanging out of there. Who knows what else is in that pocket?
A few hay seeds there, maybe.
I'm sure. Maybe some chewing tobacco, or maybe a little moonshine. Who knows? Oh, look out. Luke out of there in a hurry as that elbow was coming down.
Luke is deceptively fast. As much as Bob Orton is deceptively strong, Luke is deceptively fast. Look at him. Oh, he's woken up Orton.
Well, I think, you know, when he first came here to the World Wrestling Federation, he came barefooted. And now he's got those 398 sneakers on. That might have made him a little faster.
Yes, I would imagine it's given him a little more traction in the ring.
2 count. Whoa, is that close? Bear hug. One of Luke's favorites slapped it on right in the center of the ring.
And Luke has all the momentum going for him right now. He's trying to take this bout away from Orton in these first few minutes, and he may be capable of doing that.
Well, I understand that our ring expert, Nelson Swegler, made a prediction here that Luke would win this match.
Yes, he did. And I believe he's had a few shillings to boot on the outcome of this match.
He's liable to get the boot if he's not careful. Tied up in the ropes now. The referee will have to break this. That might have been a mistake there to step back clean away from Orton, because he can put you away just with a move like that. Well, he bought some sneakers, but he certainly doesn't have a whole lot of money tied up in ring attire, does he?
No, he really doesn't. The handkerchief may have cost a pretty penny, though. Orton's looking at Cousin Luke in a puzzled fashion. He's obviously bewildered by what Luke is able to do to him. So now Orton decides to try a few illegal tactics here to see if that pays off, and it seems to have momentarily.
Break of the aisle, slow him down in a hurry. Nice clothesline, well executed. Got really high up in the air. Orton knows how to get the most out of every one of those moves, and now rams the forehead, but not a very good cover as Luke manages to get to that bottom rope with his foot.
Absolutely, and he didn't really execute that ramming of Luke into the canvas too well. Luke was able to turn at the last second there, so he kind of stopped his face being beaten right into the canvas, but he's not faring too well anyway.
Well, he's getting it beat in without being into the canvas right now.
Yes, one way or another, he's going to get it beaten in.
Referee admonishing Ace. Of course, after the fact, it really doesn't do a whole lot of good. Oh, double axe handle by Luke. And Orton went down hard. Rammed into the corner now.
Oh, look at Luke.
Excuse me.
Something must have happened there. He seems to have got a new lease of life, and he's really giving it to Orton here. Good high throw from out of that corner there. And Luke, the smile gone from his face, and there's more look of determination now.
Well, I think Luke finally realized that he's getting the cornstarch kicked out of him here. And it's about time he made some kind of an offensive move before Orton puts him away. Look out!
Oh!
Fatal
Nicely
mistake,
timed.
hooks both legs from underneath. Goodbye.
Oh, you have to hand it to Orton. He knows exactly when to make his move, and he knows how to do it in the most devastating manner.
Can't make those kind of mistakes against that kind of talent. Let's get the official word.
The winner of this match, Ace Cowboy Bob Orton.
Orton once again with his hand raised in victory. And a relatively easy victory, you might say, here in the Boston Garden. Let's take a look at what happened to Luke.
Hillbilly was looking good then, slammed him into that corner with a lot of energy, came in really high speed. But look at this, perfect timing, look at that, wow. Knocked him clean back, snapped up both legs, hooked him over, and the rest was pretty academical. A nice solid
Nice
three.
leverage move there. The old sneakers were kicking, but nothing was happening. Orton on to victory. We'll be back. Well, an unbelievable ring mechanic. What are you doing now? What is there a crossword puzzle or something in that magazine?
Homework.
You're good friends with Ace Orton, are you not?
I'm not real close with anybody.
Yeah, but
him and I, we get along.
Yeah, you get along. Yep. You talk to each other quite a bit.
Quite a bit, yeah. I see him on the
I noticed that because he did a number on Roddy Piper, being that he deserted him in his time of need and went to Adrian Adonis and became the henchman. Wait a minute, let me finish.
Oh, don't interrupt.
Became the henchman for adorable Adrian, the same way that Paul Orndorff jabbed and jobbed the world's heavyweight champion, Hulk Hogan, and both of these guys, personal friends of yours.
No, wrong video breath. What happened here is it's the same situation exactly, but it's how Piper used Orton and how Hogan used Orndorff.
Let's take a look at the WWF.
You be the judge.
Tour. Well, wrestling fans, the entire wrestling world buzzing over the confrontation between Adrian Adonis and one Roddy Piper and the battle between the Flower Shop and the Pit. And it turned out to be the Pits, in my opinion, really, because it was despicable, Bobby. You were there.
Oh, yeah, I think the man got what he deserved.
You think he got what he deserved?
He's been trying to stick his nose in a lot of
That's right up your
people.
alley, that kind of a...
Well, I don't like a guy that wears a skirt. Let's put it that way.
Right now, let's go to Vince McMahon and see what really did happen.
Gentlemen, a moment we have all been awaiting. It's going to be the Flower Shop versus Piper's Pit. So with that in mind, yes, indeed, let's bring you now to the one and the only Roddy Piper as he prepares for his confrontation against the one and the only Adrian Adonis in the Flower Shop. Here now, Roddy Piper. What an ovation! What an ovation! My goodness, there's no doubt who this capacity crowd wants to win this showdown. Here we go.
And now, here's the host of the Flower Shop, adorable Adrian!
Thank you, Jimmy. This week, my special guest on the Flower Shop is none other than AC Bob Cowboy Orton, the super bodyguard of 1995. Howdy doody.
How are you, Danny?
Well, my reasoning for this week's Flower Shop to have you out here is to have your biased opinion on who is the best television wrestling talk show hostess and who has the best show on wrestling today? Please give me the answer from the bottom of your heart.
I certainly will, Adrian. Without a doubt, you have got the best show on television. Point A, you have class here. You have flowers. You have colors, not drab clad like Roddy Piper's pit. That's old hat, Daddy. Point B, Roddy Piper insulted a lot of people, and Roddy Piper needed a backbone, a man like me to stand behind him and make sure he could say whatever he had to say, because people knew he had to come through me to get to Piper.
Wait. You sure are an ugly son of an unnamed goat, aren't you, man? And you couldn't hold my jockstrap on your best day.
And point C, which I'll get to right now, point C is that every time Roddy Piper and I were together, who was it that carried the load? I carried the load, Daddy. You did all the talking, and you stole all the glory.
You are the best. No, you were the best.
You're the best now.
You handled it all. You made him a star. You made him a star.
Wait. So what you're saying then is you sold out, so that's okay because it's only money and you don't mind wearing that. So something maybe like this would be much better on you, would it? Is that what you're saying?
Wait a minute. No. Now get to. This is the flower shop. This is the flower shop. We're trying to get.
Wait 1 second. You know, listen, you old cow. I am the inventor. If you don't like it and you're getting all perturbed, just try to calm down and we'll try to fix you up there, huh?
The point is, my guest today is Bob Orton, and he is getting to the point of.
I believe.
The point that he carried.
Excuse me. Yo, Mr. Cameraman, come on over here. Get over here. The boss is back. I want to tell you something. I am doing this for one reason. I am not trying to be the nicest guy in the world. I am not trying to run for president. What I think this guy's doing to wrestling is damn right sickening, man. I think that you looking like that and making just a complete idiot of yourself like that, I think that for my sport, it is absolutely silly, so I took it upon myself, as you know that I can do it sometimes. Adrian, don't want you to feel lonely. There we go, hello. That's okay, sweetheart. We don't want you tripping on your pantyhose. You just stay back there, honey. I have for you a man who is, this is what we have is a contest here. And I have a man who hosted the Body Shop in Jesse Ventura's absence. He is a man of note, and he is not only a great wrestler, but a great commentator. His name is Magnificent Morocco, and I would like to thank him while he's been gone for doing a tremendous job of imitating me, and I think that you're great, and thank you for being here.
Well, it's my pleasure being on the body shower.
I'm sorry, it's a pit. There we go.
Well, I never considered myself actually as imitating you.
Well, obviously because I don't stutter like you do. I can understand that. Not only that, I don't dress my shirt in this. Have you noticed this cute little bow we got here just above the neck? I'm just teasing with you now. See the flower shop? You see it always had color? There's no color to this. There's that. See you later.
I thought I was the guest on this. You know, you really got a lot of room to talk about clothes. You have one T-shirt, one skirt, and the little belt that
Kilt.
you wear around. Kilt, excuse me.
Oh, and I suppose you think you're Don Johnson, huh? You're hanging around like this, huh?
I've got my credentials. I put my time in. I have never imitated no man.
You have never imitated no man. You again. Let me tell you something. The flower shop, Mr. Morocco, you know yourself, is past. It is the greatest. It is the future. It is 1995. Look at the plaid, how dreary it is. My flowers, prize-winning petunias. Tulips, fantastically first prize blue ribbon. I always like to keep a little something for my guests, and I thought you might like this. And I think it'd only be proper that you wear this where it belongs. And that's right on there, brother. And if you want to fool around, if you want...
This has been a real pleasure being on this show. I thought this was my time to be interviewed as an intelligent individual, to be treated as a man who knew something about wrestling talk shows. You've turned this into a cartoon, and you're...
What I am trying to stop is a cartoon by this idiot over here. That is what I am trying to stop.
This is America. We're allowed to dress as we want, come as we want, go as we want, do exactly what we please.
I have children. I have children. I don't want my children watching this idiot. I do not want it. I do not want it.
This is a free spirit. You can deny. That's why he has that much more class. That's why his ratings are that much higher. That's why he is much more of an intelligent individual than yourself. So you want to tell me, Roddy Piper, just how bad you can be. I've known here, and I've known for a long time. You've been jealous of me. You've been jealous of my job in the box.
Let me tell you something, fatso. Yeah, you just... Who are you calling fatso? Who am I calling fatso? Take your choice. Huh? Hey, man.
Well, wasn't that a piece of work? Roddy Piper suffered from that, some severely torn lateral ligaments in his knee. No wonder. It's surprising that they didn't maim him completely forever. 4 against 1, Bobby. What kind of a shot is that?
Well, I'll be very serious about this with you right now, and
I should hope so.
I'm not going to make light of anything like I usually do. I'd like to say this. He wanted to have a debate. He had a debate. He comes there with some kind of disgusting pieces of paraphernalia, underwear and stuff, tries to make a fool out of Adrian Adonis, calls Morocco fat, makes slanderous remarks about Orton. What do you expect to happen to you, Piper?
Don't you think that Adonis is a disgusting piece of
But that's his
paraphernalia?
business. Whatever he wants to do is his business. You were right, Roddy, when you said the boss is back. And your back was flat on the floor. And that's the way it's going to be, pal.
You can bet, wrestling fans, that we haven't seen the last of this confrontation. In fact, the last of Roddy Piper. We'll be back right after this. You actually... Well, I'm still in shock. That's the second time that I saw that. I saw it when it happened, and I just saw it again, and I'm still, it bothers me inside that things like this happen in the world of professional wrestling. I'll tell you one thing that doesn't bother me, and that's the likes of a youngster that we're going to take a look at right now, one C.V. Offey, and he's in there with a very strange individual known as the Duke of Dorchester, who can do some strange things to people.
We're getting close to surprise time.
Well, the surprise is coming later on in the program. Let's go to ringside right now.
This match is one fall with a 20-minute time limit. First from Dorchester, Massachusetts, weighing in at 241 pounds, the Duke of Dorchester, Pete Doherty. His opponent from Samoa, weighing in at 239 pounds, C.V. Offey.
C.V. Offey and the Duke of Dorchester should be an interesting matchup, Alfred. I think that C.V. Offey has made a request to me, as well as many other the announcers in the World Wrestling Federation. He would like to be referred to by his native name, which is Toma.
I heard something about that, yes, and apparently he's made up an old alliance with a former friend of his who is from the islands also.
That's Haku, better known as King Tonga.
King Tonga, that's it. And what is his actual name?
Haku.
Haku.
Yeah. I don't have a cold either.
No,
it's
I wanted to say Gesundheit, but I thought somebody else may have said that before me. You know something, Gorilla? At the beginning of this, or before the beginning of this match, Doherty came out. He was like a madman unleashed. He was running around the ring, exhibiting a great deal of enthusiasm, and I would say definite energy. How's he going to shape out?
Well, you know, he is a qualified electrical engineer, and he might have got too many jolts at one point somewhere along the way, because he definitely doesn't have both oars in the water. But right now, a big slam on Toma or C.V. Offey, and the Duke obviously very thrilled with himself.
If the Duke could only keep his attention span concentrated on his opponent inside the ring, he might actually be a worthy contender for somebody.
Uh-oh, he's up now. Oh. Return to favor, C.V. Offey did. And the Duke didn't. Oh, he's claiming that he got a hair pull. Beautiful arm drag, way in deep underneath. And Offey's showing you now that he's got that speed and agility going for him, as well as those karate chops. Oh, listen to the Duke. Block of the right hand. Wow, right underneath the chin. Excuse me.
C.V. Offey has floored the Duke twice there in no uncertain manner, and still the Duke gets up.
Elbow just caught him on the shoulders. He tried to sit up from that. Now going to work on the trapezius muscle. And got a handful of beard as well.
Yes. Doherty nearly escaped that elbow there. If he had, it would have been better for him, but he took another damaging blow there to the side of his body.
Well, if verbal sounds made up part of the score as far as winning, he certainly is a winner. Shoulder block sends the Duke down to the canvas, up quickly. Look out, leapfrog. 1 foot caught him right underneath the chin, and down he went and taking a hike.
I thought he might do, because this bout is only a few minutes old, and already Doherty has taken a lot of punishment.
Well, he's taken at least a half a dozen slams and about 4 or 5 arm drags, but he's still got that big smile on his face, which shows me that there's lights on, but nobody home.
Something's wrong there somewhere. He obviously doesn't mind the punishment at all. Nice move by C.V. Offey. Very, very good wrestling move, and still keeping the left leg of Doherty trapped.
It's amazing how the small islands in the South Pacific can produce so many good wrestlers with a very, very light population.
Yes, well, those kids out there, they just wrestle on the beaches all day long from the age of 1 or 2 years. And it certainly pays off for them. We've seen some just fantastic Pacific Island wrestlers.
Absolutely. Oh.
Wow. Down again.
Uh-oh. He wouldn't do that. Referee warning Toma that he'll be right out of here, but he's not that kind of a youngster. He wouldn't do that.
He didn't do it, but I think everybody in this packed auditorium here wanted him to.
Nice headlock now by the Duke. Shoulder lock. Sends Seavey down to the canvas. Up quickly, backdrop, and ran right into that. Headbutt right on the back of the head. Over for the cover. Could be all over. Nope. Close, but no cigar.
No, Doherty, he just cannot put two moves together. If he could actually put a string of 2 or 3 moves together, he'd be so much more impressive.
Well, he's always in condition. He knows wrestling inside and out. He knows the holds. He lacks a little ring strategy, Alfred, that's for sure.
Is it that he just can't think more than one hold ahead, or what would you say?
I don't know. I think he gets excited when he steps through those ropes. You saw that before the match even got underway.
Really?
He was bouncing around. Look out.
Now let's see what he does. He executes well. He has all the tools. He just cannot, I don't know, bring them all to bear at the same time, you might say.
Seavey in a bit of trouble here as he rammed right into that top turnbuckle. What's he doing? He's biting him. He's biting his ear. Give me a break. Duke out for a late snack, I guess. He's starting to unload now. He's got Seavey in a compromising position here. Clothesline, well executed.
Really nicely done, and now he's
now he doesn't know what to do.
I don't think he does. He's trying to make up his mind to do something.
Oh, leg drop, nice, right across the throat.
Well, he did find something to do there, and he did put 2 moves together, so maybe he's becoming a little more successful.
Certainly got some confidence going for himself right now. How long that'll last remains to be seen. Irish whip in. Oh, hard into the corner. Look out. Here comes the Duke. Well, he was about 4 seconds too late on that particular move. Right down on the back of his neck.
Oh, and he jackknifed himself, too, and that is just a damaging thing to happen to you.
That might have straightened him right out.
Yes. Your diaphragm gets completely doubled up, and there's nothing left in you at all. Except for Doherty, of course, he's different.
Boy, he certainly is different.
Side suplex.
Gut wrench, turns him over nicely. Boy, he's going to be sore in the morning.
Oh, he's going to be sore for many mornings to come, I think, after all this.
Irish whip in, look out. Winding up, what a beautiful reverse knife edge by Siviafi. Could be the beginning of the end of the Duke of Dorchester.
It
Headbutt.
certainly looks like it, because now, at long last, Afi's slowing down.
Holds him up, 1, 2. Oh, 2 only. Grabbed a hold of that bottom rope and managed to survive that particular move.
Afi has managed to slow Doherty down, and that's no mean feat indeed.
I think he just prolonged the agony. Alfred.
Yes. Oh, my
Look out, Seavey going to the outside. High up there, some 15 feet high. It's a long way down, high cross body. Get the hot shower ready, this one's over.
That was just the icing on the cake there at the end. As you said, I think there was no question of the outcome.
Absolutely not. Let's get the official word.
The winner of this match, Siviafi.
Siviafi victorious here in the Boston Garden. And the Duke chalks up another one in the loss column.
How many is that now?
Oh, 787. Look at that tremendous leap, some 15 feet high. Hooks the leg nicely. The Duke trying to kick out, but unable to. Very impressive victory here in Beantown for Siviafi. We'll be back. Offie proving to be too much for the Duke of Dorchester. Bobby, would you handle the rest of this particular segment? I've got a very important phone call. If I don't make it now, I'm not going to catch the guy. Excuse me.
The phone works now, huh?
Yeah, for me it does, sure.
Well, coming up later in the program, I am going to show everybody exactly who is on my surprise.
Yes.
I have film of this wrestler,
Let me speak to Leonard
the most
Senior,
disgusting human being I know.
Yes, Leonard Senior.
I'm going to completely make a fool out of him. I have film footage. I've gone into the archives. I have everything now going my way. So later on in the program, I am going to show this to the audience out here, and you're going to really enjoy what I have. Like I've said, this person doesn't belong in wrestling, doesn't belong any place in professional wrestling. And right now,
I can handle that.
Interview now, right? Right?
Huh?
Interview now,
yes,
right?
Interview.
Yeah, interview right now. Stud and Bundy, very important interview. See, I'm the host. I handle everything. No trouble.
Well, Gorilla, many times here in the World Wrestling Federation, we must give credit where credit is due. So I guess in this case, we must say thank you to your fellow broadcaster, if you will, Bobby the Brain Heenan, for allowing us the privilege of talking to, as he refers to them, the team that cannot be slammed, King Kong Bundy and the Giant John Studd.
Well, that's right. You can't fit in here, right? Not enough room for us. Hey, this is the Giant Stud, 7 foot plus, nearly 400 pounds of solid muscle. That's why I'm the Giant. Another reason why I'm the Giant is I got rid of who, redneck? Andrea the Giant. And now we have King Kong Bundy. Take a good look at him, man. 6'7", 6'8". What is it, Bundy? What do you weigh today?
6'7", 488, Stud.
488.
You know, and I want to send the word out to that broken down windbag Gorilla Monsoon. You know, every time I watch Prime Time, and I watch it all the time, Monsoon, you're always giving Bobby the Brain some trouble. One of these times, me or the Giant Stud might be there with Bobby, kind of like to make sure everything goes just the way it should. And Monsoon, if you ever want to take that jacket off and step in the ring with either one of us, just let us know.
You know, King Kong, the funny thing I've noticed, you know, I don't know if you've noticed it over the past year or so, a lot of wrestlers are retiring. They're taking a good look at us and they're going to say, well, maybe the grass is greener where the rocking chair is. And they're just leaving because they don't want to step in the ring with Stud or King Kong Bundy. They seen what the Avalanche did to Hulk Hogan. They seen what Stud did to Andre the Giant. We destroy wrestlers. We don't make wrestlers.
King Kong Bundy, your partner brought up the Avalanche. Quick question, if you will. Given your weight, the velocity you come down on your opponent, have you ever figured out what the per square inch weight is?
I had a university professor figure that out, 2,000 pounds per square inch wrestling. You think about what that can do to the average man. And Monsoon, you remember what I said.
Well, you heard it, wrestling fans. Now stay with us. We'll be back with more great action here on Prime Time Wrestling right after this with Bobby the Brain and Gorilla Monsoon.
What is it with your guys? Why is Bundy challenging me? I'm retired. Why is he challenging me? Why is Paul Orndorff getting all bent out of shape with me? I'm just a commentator.
Yeah, but you understand, the backbone of the Heenan family, the brains of everything that happens is me. And every week I'm out here. I know you have something to do with jimming up those phones so they don't work for me. I know you have friends in the control room.
We're going to go to our special tag team matchup,
later.
the Hart Foundation, along with Rotundo and Spivey. Interesting matchup. Let's go to the ring.
I don't want to go. You stay right here.
This is a tag team attraction, one fall with a 20-minute time limit. First, team number 1, the Hart Foundation. From Calgary, Canada, weighing 235 pounds, Bret the Hitman Hart. And his partner from Reno, Nevada, weighing 280 pounds, Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Team number 2, soon to be approaching the ring, from Syracuse, New York, weighing 245 pounds, Mike Rotundo. And his partner from Tampa, Florida, weighing 275 pounds, the Golden Boy, Danny Spivey, the U.S. Express.
Oh, tremendous tag team combination. Mike Rotundo, Danny Spivey coming into one of the, I guess you might say, favorite marches of John Philip Sousa.
Yes, an accomplished musician, and that's only right for such an accomplished team.
Well, they're going to have their hands full for sure with the Hart Foundation. And I noticed that the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, very conspicuous by his absence.
Absolutely. Isn't that a relief?
Yes, what a fountain of misinformation.
I wonder how the Hart team are going to fare without him. They've already established the fact that they are a leading, logical contender for the title, but it's going to be interesting because Spivey and Rotundo, they want that position and they're going to battle hard for it. Maybe this is just the time that he should have been here, Jimmy, the mouth of the South.
Well, I'm sure that the championship committee is going to take a very, very hard, long look at the results of this particular matchup as far as the standings go, and you might consider this to be an elimination match.
I would definitely label it that, because both teams have done so well and they have so much to win, not necessarily to lose, but so much to win by winning this match.
Well, winning is everything, including going home with the grocery money.
Yes. Going home with the lion's share.
That's correct.
Two very, very adept young wrestlers in the ring right now. Bret Hart, as we said before, has already proved himself as a worthy tag team member. Mike Rotundo really making great strides in the WWF.
Well, the Hitman is certainly resembles the remarks that you made, Alfred, in that he has excellence of execution, and he's come a long way to get to that point.
He has
indeed. Someone to reckon with. There's no question about it. But the All-American Mike Rotundo out of the University of Syracuse doesn't have to take a backseat to anybody.
No, he doesn't. I like the way, though, Bret Hart now, he comes into the ring and he controls that ring with his presence now. He's not apologizing for himself to be in there. He comes in and he says, here I am, I'm in the ring, you try and beat me.
I think he got that attitude from his father.
Yes, I think so, definitely.
Look out, Rotundo in, nice shoulder block. Hard up quickly, though, drop down, Hitman over. Hip lock, no, reverse hip lock. Tremendous move, and another nice arm drag from deep underneath.
How about that from Rotundo? Just super craftsmanship, you might say.
Oh, here's a man, Mike Rotundo could have had a professional career in baseball, could have had a professional career in football. Thank him for coming to the World Wrestling Federation instead.
Yes, I'm so pleased. We were definitely the people who benefited by his presence. Baseball, he may have been super at that, like Bo Jackson probably is, and he may have been super at football like Bo Jackson could be, but in wrestling, we do know what his worth is.
Oh, reversal now. Oh, look at that beautiful move by the Hitman. And he got caught and he's rammed into the top turnbuckle. These guys are literally thinking 2 or 3 steps ahead of each other. And so far, it's been Rotundo with the right moves. Look out, slingshot perhaps coming up. Yes. Right back into the waiting Danny Spivey. There's some teamwork for you.
Oh, these youngsters now are combining their teamwork so well. That is just marvelous. And their tag change there was absolute perfection. The right time. Keep that man in the ring. Keep Bret Hart in there. They're wearing him down. They're doing a good job on him. And this is the way you win tag team contests.
Well, the Anvil from the outside screaming at the referee, called him a stupid idiot.
Yes, yes, I did hear that. That's not going to augur very well for him.
No, that doesn't win any points with the referee for you, for sure.
No.
Danny Spivey, the golden boy, some 6'7", 6'8" on that. Oh, look at this nice maneuver. How quickly over the top. Oh, big leapfrog. He didn't make it over. He couldn't get over the 6'8" frame, and he got caught right in the middle. That could be the beginning of the end for the Hitman.
It was. Do you think that Bret Hart has taken a lot of punishment for Rotundo, and that is why he got caught by that leap?
Either that or just because the golden boy is so tall. And look at the pained expression on the face of the Hitman as he caught one right in the lower abdomen.
He really did. And I think that Rotundo slowed him up just sufficiently for that error of judgment by Bret Hart. Very unusual error.
Hitting and taking a little high ski for himself, try to get his act together.
Yes, think that one out a little more. Obviously, he's got to.
Now it's Powerhouse, the Anvil in there.
He is a powerhouse. This man is so exciting. The combination of Hart and Neidhart makes for just excellent wrestling.
Oh, look at that look. Took the shoulder block in stride and laughed in his face. Uh-oh, there's no smile now.
No.
Once again, oh, nice drop down. Up quickly, another reverse hip lock. Well, each member of the Hart team has been stunned now by that reverse hip lock. Look at that, he backed right up into an atomic drop. And Rotundo gets one shot in from the outside.
And the teamwork of these youngsters is just absolutely fantastic. The UX Express is really making its mark here.
I think they missed the mouth of the South, Alfred.
Yes, I think now that you mention it, they do.
A little discombobbled right at this particular point in time. A little bit confused.
They haven't been very impressive at all. Usually when Bret Hart opens, and he's usually their opening man, he makes some very good fiery moves in the beginning.
There's a fiery move right there. Not enough to break the hold. Look at this false tag. No tag made here.
No.
Let's see if the referee puts him out. He didn't see a tag, or he didn't see a tag, a false tag. What's he going to do? He's not going to put him out. He's just asking him if he made the tag. That is not the correct procedure.
Not really, because this crowd are not going to say no, he didn't make a tag.
The rule is for the referees, if they don't see a tag made, they don't allow the other man to come into the ring.
No, and they mustn't allow that to happen.
Stretching out the hamstrings. The All-American going to work, making a quick tag now. Uh-oh, look at this job. Oh.
I haven't been counting the number of tags that Spivey and Rotundo have made, but they've certainly made many of them, whereas Hart and Neidhart have only made this one tag.
Just one.
Something wrong there somewhere, Gorilla.
A tag team match, you need that continuity, you need that quick in and out, just to keep the other team off balance, if nothing else.
Absolutely. And as you say, look at Spivey's hanging in there so resolutely.
Another false tag made. Let's see what the referee does with this one. He doesn't even realize it.
No, well, you know something, when Neidhart called him a stupid idiot, it may not have gone down too well with this referee.
No, I'm sure it didn't, but you certainly can tell a difference between Rotundo and Spivey.
Yes.
Tremendous tag team action in Beantown. The Hart Foundation thinking they were going to have an easy time of it with Mike Rotundo and the Golden Boy Danny Spivey. Not to be true. This one a long, long way from being over, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
With surprises.
Talk about surprise. You want to talk about surprise? I got a surprise for you. Next week, Prime Time is going to be on Thursday.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm telling you.
Thursday?
No, next week we'll be on Thursday. Right now, let's go back to this exciting tag match.
I may have
we'll do something.
I'm a busy man.
Laying of the anvil, another quick tag made. That one was perfectly legal and right in front of the referee.
Little wishbone now.
That gastrocnemius muscle is taking quite a bit of punishment here. Gastrocnemius.
Where were those muscles?
That is the largest muscle in the human body. Starts at the back of the hip and goes around and forms part of the thigh and then down into the calf.
My God, my girlfriend has a very big one of those.
Oh, I'm sure she does. The anvil manages to sneak out of there, but he should have went right over and made a tag. Referee says, if I see you biting again, oh, you're gone.
That's ill-advised by Neidhart to say things like that to referee. It's not going to do him any favors at all. but I think it has stung him into a certain amount of action. And at last, the Hearts are looking a little more dangerous than they did a few minutes ago.
Golden Boy in the wrong part of town right now is a blatant chokehold right in front of the referee by the Hitman. Oh, look at this now. He's distracting the referee, and the tag rope goes right around the neck of the Golden Boy. Rotundo comes rushing in. The referees, look at this, they're going to hang him now. Come on, referees.
Yes.
Both teams taking advantage of maybe the inexperience of this referee as far as handling tag team matches is concerned.
And there was a little immaturity shown there by the US Express, because they did allow themselves to be detracted, which put Spivey into a hot spot.
Ducked underneath it, high close. Oh, they hit head to head. Both men down.
Neidhart up on one elbow, but he doesn't look capable of getting back to his feet. Spivey may do.
Neidhart looking around, trying to find his corner. And there's a tag made, and it's Mike in there now, the fresh one, unloading with rights. Look out, the big guy hard into the turnbuckle. Whoa, he just knocked the Hitman right off the apron.
That's for not paying attention.
Handful of goatee by Rotundo.
Oh, that hurts.
Atomic drop, perhaps? Yes. Anvil in a bit of trouble.
Really, as a matter of fact, both those Hearts are in a lot of trouble. And
oh, look out.
Just as I said that they're looking sluggish to me, he makes a very, very rapid move there out of the corner and saved the day.
Full speed ahead by Rotundo, but nobody was there. He rammed that left shoulder. Oh, look at this now. That's not a legal tag. You can't be stepping through the ropes and make a tag. Uh-oh, look out. Double team effort. Bombs away. Oh.
Right to the jaw of Rotundo.
Could be all over right now. 1, 2. Whoa, was that close?
That was just sheer inspiration on the part of Rotundo to get out, because there's nothing else left there. He's out cold.
Well, that hand was coming down, surviving that by just a split second. Look at this distraction now.
A little immaturity again on the part of Spivey.
Now the Hearts showing us how they can do things with the referee whenever they so desire.
And the referee has ignored that particular change as well, illegal though it may be.
Well, tag team matches are not easy matches to referee. That's why I've always been of the thought that there should be more than one. One inside the ring and one outside.
Yes, but as long as there is only one, I mean, you'd be foolish not to take advantage of the referee.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, this is a professional sport, and to get to the top means millions of dollars, and you're going to do it one way or the other.
And I understand that a representative from each one of these teams met as the contract was signed for this match, and it's winner take all. From the outside, a leg trip by the Hitman, and he went down hard off that, so one of these teams is going to go home with zilch.
And that is not a happy thought. No wonder there's such desperation in the moves right now of Spivey and Rotundo.
Rotundo making a dive for the corner, but the Anvil, as big as he is, shows me some very astute quickness.
He is fast. When he came off the line playing for the Dallas Cowboys, he couldn't have been as fast as he is right now.
I don't think so. He said he gave up professional football because it wasn't rough enough.
That's right. Can you imagine? He's going to get his share of rough, though, in the ranks of the WWF.
Said you had to wear a helmet and shoulder pads and knee pads and all that stuff.
Yes, he scorned that, all that stuff.
Rotundo very close to making the tag here. Spivey really not stretching out here. Uh-oh, look out. Brett comes in, catches Spivey unaware.
Spivey in.
Spivey not
and after.
Right after the Hitman.
Hitman can certainly move around here.
It's a foot race. There goes the steps.
He's catching. I think he's going to catch him.
He didn't make it. He didn't catch up to him. But he's still after him.
And it's the other way around this time. In the meantime, of course, Neidhart is taking full advantage of this and really punishing young Mike Rotundo inside the ring.
Well, he couldn't catch the Hitman.
No, and the Hitman didn't mind running around then because the referee was completely 100% distracted. And now look at the result.
Rotundo trapped in the corner, but punching his way out of it. Oh, not successfully, though. A handful of tights just drags him right back into that den.
Rotundo threw a few very hard rights there, but they just weren't quite hard enough to get him out of this predicament.
Trying to slip his way. Talk about wars. This is a real war in which the winner could possibly get a crack at the WWF Tag Team Championship of the World, currently held by the British Bulldogs. So both teams pulling out all the stops because the victory will be ultra important. We'll be back with the conclusion in just a moment. Action hot and heavy in Beantown. The Hart Foundation going toe-to-toe with Mike Rotundo and the Golden Boy, Danny Spivey. Can't wait for the exciting conclusion of this one. So without any further ado, let's get down to ringside.
I can't wait for the surprise I have.
I can't wait either.
Don't.
His way out of this bear hug and trying to force the Anvil back into the corner where he can make a tag to the Golden Boy.
A lot of courage on the part of Rotundo. Just tremendous heart these youngsters have.
Keep your eye on the Hitman because he's not going to let this tag go down, I'm sure. Here he comes.
The referee is gradually losing some control here.
I believe he lost it when he stepped into the ring, Alfred.
That is a possibility, and this is such an important match. I just hope that he manages to get it back under control again. Neidhart trapping Rotundo there and doing precisely what he wants to, and just throws him clean through the top and middle rope.
Oh, out onto the hardwood floor, and the Hitman right there to meet him. Oh, look at the Golden Boy finally caught up to the Hitman.
Running him into the post, and Bret Hart is down hard, and the only man standing in the ring at the moment is Neidhart, because everything else is happening on the outside, where Spivey is doing his best to make sure that Rotundo has got a fair chance once he gets back into the ring. But unfortunately, Neidhart was waiting there for him, just lurking around like a huge Goliath there, ready to punish him as much as he can. Whoa, look at this.
He turned around to say something to the Hitman and got caught, but the Hitman steps right in and saves the day once more. And look at that maneuver there by the Anvil.
The Anvil looking extremely fresh inside the ring, and well he should, because for just a minute or two he had nothing to do except to get back his strength, his composure, and his wind. And although this match started out with the US Express doing so well with their teamwork in the beginning, their teamwork seems to be a little bit frayed now, and they're not so impressive as they were. And now the maturity of the Harts is beginning to show.
Well, they seem to have gotten used to the idea that the mouth of the South is not here, and they're going to have to do it on their own. So it just goes to show you how much of a distraction Jimmy Hart really is.
I think that really is so, yes, so true. And now we can see what he does by the fact that he's not here, and see how long it's taken for the Harts to establish themselves.
Front face lock by the Anvil, preventing Rotundo from making it back to his corner, and he's really sapping the strength out of Mike with that front face lock.
Rotundo has been in the ring a long time now. He hasn't been able to make that all-important tag like they were making in the beginning, Gorilla. They were making quick tags, and they were keeping a very, very balanced offensive going. But now, the offensive has become very lopsided for the US Express, and in fact, they're on the defense, desperately.
Rotundo desperately needing to make a tag here. He's trying to mount something up. He's got to his feet right now. The crowd is behind him 100%. You can feel the electricity in the air. He's just about there. Stretch out there, Golden Boy. You want to make that tag. Look at the Hitman. Here he comes. Hitman on his way in. And there's the tag finally made. But the referee doesn't see it. He's not going to allow it. And once again, the double team effort on the part of the Harts goes on once more. They are doing a number right now.
They really are.
Rotundo.
Oh, look!
Oh, what a knee!
What a move by Rotundo.
Look at Mike, doesn't know which direction to go in. He doesn't even know where his corner is right now.
No, he just knows hang on to some part of that body, somehow or other. Stop Rotundo making the tag.
Oh, look at that tremendous offensive move by Mike Rotundo. Here's the chance for him to make the tag. He's trying to get to his feet, but too late. Oh, yes, he made it again. Once again, the referee did not see it. What's he going to do?
I don't know. It looks like he's going to allow this to go on.
Referee did not see the tag. He said, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know.
I don't know, but Spivey is definitely the wrong man in the ring, or the illegal man, I should say. Not necessarily the wrong man, by the look of what he's doing. Bret Hart taking an enormous amount of punishment now. Once again, Spivey putting him into that corner.
Oh, what a clothesline. Nowhere to go, trapped in the corner.
Bulldog.
Bulldog coming up. Oh, he nailed him with it. Could be all over. Look out, here comes the anvil. No way. What is that?
A lot of uncertainty here as to what the outcome of this match is.
Well, let's find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time limit has elapsed. The official decision, a draw. A draw.
A draw? Well, I don't know. Maybe they should go around and find out who, in fact, was ahead on points here and award some kind of a decision.
Well, I don't know about that, but I would say myself that the Hearts had to be a points winner there. They held, I would say, something like 60% of the offensive, and if you went on that alone...
Let's go back and take a look at the final moments of this match before the time limit expired. The Golden Boy with that patented bulldog, and he rammed the Hitman. For all intents and purposes, it was all over right at that point.
Now watch closely here.
Referee's down to make the count, but look at the anvil comes in. There's a 1 count, a 2 count, and I think they've asked for more time, Alfred.
They have indeed, but you know, I think that was still only a 1 count there. I don't think they did get a 2 count in.
Well, it definitely was not a 3 count.
But it was definitely not a 3, you're absolutely right. And the Hearts, look at them. They treat these two boys just like boys, and they're saying, hey, you want more? Wait, get in turn.
Tremendous tag team action, but unfortunately, not a winner. This one went to a draw. We'll be back. Wow.
Sure.
Well, that particular result didn't enhance either team's status as far as getting a title shot, Bobby.
Well, I still believe that, first of all, the British Bulldogs will not give Stud and Bundy a title shot. And you always blame it on the championship.
They don't have a say.
Sure they do.
No, they don't.
They fly Jack Tunney all over to England, him and the missus, and they wine and dine him. I know what's going on. I'm the brain.
They don't have a say. The championship committee decides who is the #1 challenger and who gets a title shot. British Bulldogs, all they do is are notified you will defend your title on such and such a date and such a place.
I don't believe that.
Well, I can't help that. But that's the truth.
Well, I think that Neidhart and Hart...
Tell us some more about your surprise.
Oh, yeah. Boy, do I have a loser coming up.
Well, maybe I could make a guess here. What color tights did the guy wear?
I believe he always wore black.
Black?
Yep.
Oh, geez, a lot of guys wear black.
But underneath all that black is a whole lot of yellow.
We'll be back right after this. We're back, wrestling fans, and no primetime wrestling event would be complete without an appearance from the #1 Frenchman, Renee Goulet.
One of my best friends.
However, in with some real stiff competition in one Pedro Morales. Former Mr. Everything here in the World Wrestling Federation. We got plenty of exciting things coming. We've got our feature match, we got our surprise, we got everything yet to come.
Everything? You call him Mr. Everything? Mr. Everything? That's Pedro Morales?
That's him. Let's go to the ring.
No, wait, he can't be Mr. Everything.
This match is one fall with a 30-minute time limit. First from Nice, France, weighing 236 pounds, the #1 Frenchman, Renee Goulet. And his opponent from Culebra, Puerto Rico, weighing 246 pounds, Pedro Morales.
Pedro Morales against the #1 Frenchman, Renee Goulet, the Michael Jackson of the wrestling world.
Absolutely. You know what we have here, Gorilla? We have two institutions in the ring. Two institutions of wrestling. One of them immensely successful, and I don't think I have to say which one that was.
You're talking about Renee Goulet? No, talking about Morty. I'm being facetious of it. Pedro Morales, of course, everyone knows what he's done here in the World Wrestling Federation. Former heavyweight champion, co-holder of the World Wrestling Federation tag team titles, and holder of the Intercontinental Championship.
Just incredible.
That he took away from Pat Patterson.
Yes, absolutely. No record to parallel what he has done in the WWF. Goulet, not many to parallel him either.
No match here would be complete without the appearance of the #1 Frenchman, Renee Goulet.
No.
Although his win record is not all that impressive, he is someone that you have to get by in order to get to the top guns here in the World Wrestling Federation.
They used to have a saying in Europe, a test for the best.
Yes.
And he's certainly been that.
He resembles that remark.
But has he discarded the gauntlet or what? I don't see that piece of
the Scorpio hold. Yes,
Scorpio.
he has thrown that to the wind, I do believe. We'll have to watch as this match progresses. He hasn't won a match with it in 9 months, so I think he's just discarded it. Says he has a new hold. Maybe we'll get a look at it.
Good. That's very interesting. I always like to see wrestlers trying a new hold, especially if it's against somebody like Pedro Morales, who has that world of experience.
He must have something in mind. He's got both right hand and left hand and fingers on both hands taped up.
Yes.
Either that or he got caught with his hand in a cookie jar somewhere where it didn't belong. Something very awry here.
I knew before this program started you'd have some things to say, Gorilla.
Well,
he got his hand caught in the cookie jar.
You know, say what you want about Renee Goulet. There aren't too many things about the squared circle that he doesn't know an awful lot about. And he's got a counter for everything that you want to lay on him.
Yes, he has indeed. He has that wonderful thing called experience, and he has that in excelsis.
I think one of his biggest downfalls was over the past year, he took off about 25 pounds, and that really didn't help him, Alfred.
No, he said he needed it for speed. He wanted to speed up his execution because, let us face it, the most successful wrestlers now in this new wave of wrestling are those who can move fast and can adapt themselves to the high-risk value or the high-risk moves.
Goulet trying to escape this side headlock by stepping over the rope, but oh, look at this. Morales drags him. The referee's got to break that, Alfred.
Should have done.
The guy was outside the ropes.
And as I was saying, Gorilla, if you can't move fast, you can't use those high-risk moves.
Well, I think in Renee Goulet's career, it's time to disregard all the high-risk moves anyway, Alfred. Dragged in once more, and the referee still. Oh, now he's going to make him break it, but look out, Renee. Oh, head first, dropped right into the canvas as his legs were draped over the top rope, and he came right down on that left shoulder. Poor Renee.
Yes, and I think that's the one he injured a few years ago, and it caused him a lot of pain, a lot of trouble. That left shoulder, but as you say, Rennie did drop that weight, and it really didn't help him at all. Pedro looking really sharp and smart.
Side headlock by former champion. And Renee won't stay in this very long. Those cauliflower ears start to ache in a hurry. Look out. Shoulder block. The Frenchman down, but up quickly. Drop down in front. Morales over the top. Lightning fast. High sunset. Could be all over. No. Notice how quickly he planted that calf muscle right into the face of Morales.
Yes, you don't get Goulet quite that easy. I like the way Pedro's moving. He's really alert. He's very fast. He's allowing Goulet to make mistakes, and that's very unusual, very rare, because Goulet really doesn't make mistakes. He just hasn't the ability somewhere along the line to follow up his good moves.
Got to be able to set him up and take him out.
Right. Now Goulet can set them up, that's for sure.
Goulet now going to work with a nice arm wringer. as he took a little hike there out of the ring, and very smart move on the veteran part. Just to break the momentum of Pedro Morales, who had everything going his way and still does.
Powerful shoulders, powerful upper body of Pedro showing there. Look at the size of those arms and shoulders. Knee nicely planted on Goulet's head to stop him getting up.
I understand from the grapevine, Alfred, that they're going to name a street in Culebra after Pedro Morales.
They should name a whole town after him, quite honestly.
I don't know what else Culebra is noted for other than the fine fishing village that it is, but it's home to Mr. Morales.
Yes, it is indeed.
Shoulder block again. Morales on a rampage here. Oh, Goulet caught him. Morales right out between the ropes. Morales had full steam ahead, and look at this. Goulet threatening to do one of those high-risk moves that could terminate his career forever.
I think so. But you know, you can never underestimate Goulet. That was a beautiful move he made against Pedro Morales, and who knows, it may be just enough to swing this bout in his favor. He may establish a victory over Pedro Morales.
Certainly stunned, and Renee keeping it up. He's certainly got that enthusiastic attitude, and he's got the conditioning to stay on his opponent all the time. Now he wants a victory.
Two well-aimed boots there by Goulet. One right to the spine of Pedro Morales, and the other one to the cap of the shoulder. And if you can catch that cap in the right angle and kick that, there is excruciating agony.
Morales down on the #1 Frenchman. Renee Goulet inside the center of the ring in Beantown claiming victory, but this one not over yet, I'm afraid.
You know they did name a street after him?
They did.
Well, it wasn't a street, it was a street sign.
What is it?
It's in Cuba Libre. It's called Dead End.
Oh, Dead End. We'll be right back. Pedro Morales trying to figure out the moves of the #1 Frenchman, Renee Goulet, and vice versa. A whole lot of experience involved in this match, and a whole lot of technique, and a lot of very tricky moves going on. And pick a winner.
Surprise City, we're on our way.
Surprise is on it. Let's go to the match. Come on. Garden, not the place to be.
Shaking his head. Oh, he knows he's made some mistakes. I think he's reprimanding himself.
Absolutely.
He's saying, what on earth did I do? Why did I allow him to do that to me?
Here he comes again. Relentless Goulet, once given the upper hand, stays on you. Got a tiger by the tail when you let Renee Goulet get you bent out of shape and in trouble.
Yes, if he can get himself on top, he'll establish himself very quickly.
He just challenged the entire C-section of ringside as well.
Is that the expensive seats outside?
I think so, yes. Morales still down on his knees on the concrete, trying to get himself back into the ring.
And I think Morales better do something quickly because he's not shaping up too well right now. But he's a foxy old devil.
Certainly is. A lot of guys thought they had Morales right where they wanted him and found out that Morales had them.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, look at this.
There's confidence. Look at that.
Showing us that conditioning. As he comes over, plants another elbow. Oh, maybe we're going to see that Scorpio. No, this is a blatant chokehold. And again, right in front of the referee. Oh, he's trying to tear open the face of Morales.
Grabbing a huge piece of Morales' cheek there and just wrapping it around his mouth. Morales
got quite a bit of cheek to grab there, too, Alfred.
Yes, both sides.
Both sides. He got two handfuls there. Oh, Morales back inside now.
Let's have a look and see if that Latin temperament comes out here. He does have a short fuse, I know.
Oh, rammed right into the top turf, softening that head area up. Maybe we are going to see that Scorpio claw hold. Never can tell what the #1 Frenchman is going to do.
He's definitely trying to set Morales up for something.
Reversal of the Irish whip. Here comes Morales. Oh, and Goulet gone out of there.
Goulet making a very creditable showing here. I mean, this man, Morales, is a logical contender for the heavyweight championship. And look at the way Goulet is treating him. He's treating him most offhandedly, isn't he?
Snap mare by Goulet. Oh, look at this. We're going to see the claw. No. The scorpion. No. I told you he threw that out of him. He refused to use it.
You're absolutely right. He did.
What is this?
Is this the new hold?
This is perhaps... We can't tell from this vantage point. Maybe we can get a camera.
He's turning around slightly.
To get around it. This might be the dreaded French croissant crush that he was talking about earlier on.
Look at this hold. It's
yes, it is.
I think it is. What is that hold again?
It's the dreaded French croissant crush.
It seems to be very, very effective.
Morales is just withering here. It's pressure being applied to the carotid arteries, stopping the flow of blood to the brain. And Morales, in desperation, sticks a finger right into the eye of Goulet. I've seen it all now, Alfred.
Really? It looked for one moment as if Goulet was going to have a new lease of life. Perhaps he is, if he can get that, whatever you said, hold on him again.
Morales came out of there, and now is a house of fires. That Latin blood is running hot, but a thumb right to the eye of Pedro makes him back up in a hurry. And there he is, right on the attack once again.
Trying to set him up for that Krez hold, wasn't it?
Oh, what a roundhouse left by the former champion. Uh-oh, look out, wind-up job coming.
Whoa. Oh, my word. Oh, shook.
Morales talking to himself and talking perhaps to Goulet at the same time, but they've got him now. Backdrop. Over for the cover, 1, 2. Well, Goulet just got out, shaking his head.
He's shaken up, though. Goulet is definitely shaken up here.
Atomic drop, perhaps, yes.
And that'll shake him up even
Talk
further.
about a withered Frenchman. This could be all she wrote. No.
Oh. Just
tough old bird, isn't he?
Isn't he, though?
What a tough old bird.
He really is. And Pedro's got everything going for him now. It's all come back to him.
Well, maybe we'll see that Boston Crab. No better and fitting place to have it than here in the Boston Garden.
No, indeed not.
Another wind-up and a reversal by the former... Oh, look at that. Goulet, lucky for him.
What's he doing now, Goulet?
He's like a cat. Oh, he got caught. Look out, backward roll-up, sunset. Got the leverage. Goodbye.
Just beautiful work by Pedro in those last few minutes. Showed us why he was such a great champion.
Pedro Morales with a big smile on his face, but it wasn't there all throughout that match. Let's get the official word.
Here is your winner, Pedro Morales.
Pedro Morales, I'm sure this one is over. Let's go back and take a look at what went down here as Morales almost fell prey to the dreaded French croissant crush. But he comes right back with this beautiful reverse roll-up sunset. Look at the leverage here. The 4-point stance by Morales. And it was just too much for the #1 Frenchman. That's one more in the loss column for Renee Goulet. We'll be back. Oh, you missed it.
What?
The debut of the dreaded French
dreaded
croissant crush, and you missed it.
Well, I'm just thinking surprise. That's what I'm doing.
Enlighten
You ready
us
for
a
it
little.
now?
Bring us up to date
You
with
ready
it a
for it
little
now?
bit. I'm ready.
No, don't roll it now. Not yet.
We're going to have it, though.
Oh, you're going to have it, pal.
We're
You're
going to
gonna
get
have
it. You're going to get it.
You're going to get it.
Tie crooked or something?
No, this is fine. Just straight up. You're my friend this week.
Let's get serious a minute.
Sure.
Here. Let's talk about what's going down between the Hulkster and supposedly Benedict Arnold.
Well, you can call him anything you want.
I usually do.
Yes, you do. But when everything's over and done, and there's no more Hulkamania, and there's a new world champion named Orndorff.
I don't want to hear that.
You asked me a question.
Let's go to a special interview with Jake the
Don't
Snake
wrap me up.
Roberts.
I've told you.
Well, Gorilla, perhaps for the first time, I'm sure that not only you, but Bobby the Brain Heenan and myself, all in agreement that the new look of the World Wrestling Federation on television, from the Superstars to the WWF Wrestling Challenge to Spotlight, has been getting nothing but accolades from every single television station from coast to coast and border to border. And certainly congratulations due, giving credit where it's called for. Jake the Snake Roberts, the Snake Pit has been well received in every single station that the World Wrestling Federation challenges on.
It's just amazing that all those people have a knowledge of picking talent now, isn't it?
You are doing an excellent
see that,
job.
can't they?
Now, if I may, I'd like to pose one question that a lot of fans and myself are very curious about. Just exactly how do you go about selecting your guests on Wrestling Challenge for the Snake Pit every week?
I just look down the list, see what's available. Then I pick out the thing I can have the most fun with. You see, when I'm out there, I'm in control of the situation. I'm holding on the microphone, you see. I can take it away from the man, I can shut him up, because you can't talk over that thing unless you got that microphone. You see, that's what I like. That's like Ricky Steamboat, and I'm not finished with Ricky Steamboat by any means.
Is there any possibility we may see Ricky Steamboat as a guest in the Snake Pit?
A guest? No, not a guest. Maybe as a sacrifice, but certainly not as a guest. Ricky Steamboat, you will be a sacrifice. You see, we all have dreams. You know that. Everybody out there knows that. Dreams start in the clouds. They all start there. It's just a shame that people's dreams like Steamboat's and yours at home wind up going down the drain simply because you don't know how to handle things. Hulkster! You'll hear me soon. You'll hear the footsteps. You'll feel the shadows. And then you'll hear that little noise of Damien. Everybody enjoys Damien, don't you think?
Not hardly.
Not hardly? Well, I do, and that's all that counts.
Stands to reason, Bobby. If you play with snakes, you're going to get bit. And obviously, too much snake venom flowing through the veins of Jake the Snake Roberts. He's going soft on us.
I don't think he's going soft on us.
Well, I do. Our feature match coming up right now, wrestling fans.
Oh, no.
Tremendous tag team.
I have the feature match in the can.
The surprise, it's
oh, I thought
time.
you were talking about something else. No, I'll say
this
when.
This is our feature. Nikolai Volkov, the Iron Sheik, title defense by the British Bulldogs. Beantown, the location.
Turn around.
Let's go to the match.
This match is one fall with a 1-hour time limit. First, the manager, the Doctor of Style, Slick. And he represents from Iran, weighing 258 pounds, the Iron Sheik. And his partner from Russia, weighing 313 pounds, Nikolai Volkov. Mr. Volkov would like you all to rise as he sings the Russian national anthem.
Standing ovation from this crowd, and rightly so. Unbelievable. Two youngsters who have just captured the hearts of the entire wrestling world, and they are magnificent indeed.
They've absolutely taken the world of wrestling by storm. A year ago, they were practically unheard of. They weren't a team, but they've come together in such a short space of time that everybody has taken them to their hearts. And although they have been a trifle lucky, so far they've been incredibly successful.
Well, it all happened as part of WrestleMania 2 in the Rosemont Horizon in Chicago when they stripped the Dream Team, Greg the Hammer Valentine and Brutus Beefcake, of those coveted World Tag Team title bouts.
It is a success story that you can only seem to read about, and yet it is actually true. They are the champions, and worthy champions they have proven to be so far. However, this is probably their stiffest task tonight, because the Sheik and Nikolai Volkov are without a doubt their heaviest challengers.
Slick a little bit reluctant about getting out of the ring. He better get out of there. He'll get his clock cleaned if he don't.
He will. That lovely white hat won't retain that shape very long if he doesn't get out of there.
Davey Boy or Dynamite gets a shot at him. He can forget about it. Purchased 1/2 of the contract of all of the Fashion Plates talent, including Nikolai Volkov, the Iron Sheik, Hercules Hernandez, and whoever else was hanging around.
Sheik and Volkov having a little conflab in their corner before undertaking this. I think the referee really ought to get this ring cleared of all the debris, because any of that debris could be used as some sort of a weapon.
Chant going out, USA. All the debris came in there while the big Russian was singing his national anthem.
The Sheik is the skilled man on this side, and the Russian is the power man, and on the English side, Davey Boy Smith is without a doubt the power man, and he's the one in the ring at the moment. And the incredible speed and ability of Dynamite Kid has to be seen to be believed.
Well, the only title that's escaped the Iron Sheik is the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. He's held the World's Heavyweight Championship and the Tag Team Championship.
Yes, he did. And while he didn't hold that title with honor or for very long, he was very good when he did hold it.
No question. No one knocking or denying his ability, only the way that he portrays himself.
No, and at that particular time, I honestly believe there was only one man in the world who could have beaten him, and that man did beat him. And we all know who that is.
The Hulkster.
Yes, absolutely.
Davey Boy winding it up here. And Nikolai he knows he's waiting patiently in the corner like a big tiger over there. Shoulder block. Davey Boy quickly over the top as the Sheik drops in front. Nice leapfrog. Oh, reversal of the hip lock. And the Sheik looking for a tag, but he's in the wrong corner. There's a quick tag, and a Dynamite Kid steps in. Talk about speed and agility. This guy travels at one speed, 100 straight ahead all the time.
Yes.
He doesn't know any other speed. He doesn't have another gear.
Twice the sound of speed, the speed of sound, I should say. Look at him. The Sheik only had time to get that foot up in the air, that's all.
A shot, beautiful camera shot right over the shoulder of Slick. And the Sheik on the receiving end right now.
And the Dynamite Kid showing a little bit of power himself there to match his speed as well.
The Sheik looked over towards his corner to, you might think he said, you know, what's happening? I have some instructions.
I'm afraid Slick is telling his man wrong there, because Slick should be telling the Sheik to tag out. Oh, well, he did.
There's the tag. Wow, the Slickster had his mouth running ever since the match got underway, and believe me, I think he needed to do that because things not looking too good right at this point in time for Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik. Golden opportunity for them to get another crack at the championship. We'll be back to the conclusion in a moment. Action hot and heavy in Beantown. Action hot and heavy right here on Prime Time as well. We got that tremendous Heenan surprise coming up. Let's go back to ringside in Boston Garden for the exciting conclusion
I'm
of
going
this
to talk about it now.
tag team title match.
Don't give me those cues, I'm telling you.
Sheik coming back in.
Tag made now. Former champion in there. Look at this. Oh, right out. Through the ropes. Onto the concrete floor. Dynamite absorbing a whole lot of punishment here.
Come on, Ralph. The Russian and the Sheik distracting the referee, but this referee is not counting the Englishman while he's on the apron there, and
This
quite rightly
referee
so.
leaves a lot to be desired, Alfred.
He is not doing what you would call 100% good job.
Look out, slingshot in. Oh, what a backdrop.
What?
Dynamite was way up there, some 10 feet high in the air. Sheik 2 count, no. Close, but no cigar.
Sheik was overconfident there. I think he thought all he had to do was to lay on the Englishman, and that would be it, but it really wasn't.
Another double team effort going on in the corner. The tag made, a big Russian stepping in.
And the Russian very fresh coming in, and Dynamite Kid really beginning to struggle now. Struggling very hard indeed.
Dynamite.
Go ahead,
Alfred.
Okay, well, I was just going to say that Davey Boy Smith is appealing as hard as he can to his tag team partner. Come in, come in, come in. But the Dynamite Kid just cannot elude the Russian.
Can't make it to his own corner. Another Irish whip in. Wow, what a knee by Nikolai Volkov right into the lower abdomen area.
Dynamite Kid hardly able to raise any defense at all now.
Oh, ducked underneath that big roundhouse right and makes the tag. Look out, Davies in, a house of fire. Both men double knocker, yes. Davey Boy exploding here, the big Russian shot in. Elbow sends him down to the canvas. Referee finally got around to getting the Sheik out of there.
It's power against power now with the Russian and big Davey Boy Smith in there. Just look at the ferocity of that hold by Davey Boy Smith. This Sheik creeping in.
Look at this. Oh, Pearl Harbor job didn't work. He nailed his own partner.
And now in goes the Sheik for a ride.
And he's up in the bear hug. And Slick is going bananas at ringside.
And the Russian now on his feet, coming to the back, slams that mighty forearm into the back of Davey Boy Smith.
The Sheik has no business in the ring, Alfred.
Really had no business.
That could have been a disqualification right there.
They're teaming up together now on the Englishman. And I'm afraid these last 5 or 6 minutes have been all the Arab and the Russian team.
Gut-wrench suplex.
Going for the camel.
Yes, he is. He's going for the camel clutch. He's got it on. Both arms are back. This one is over, I'm afraid.
It's over.
Look at Davey
Unless
Boy's
Davey
fighting
Boy
it.
can hang on.
Davey Boy's fighting it. I can't.
He is hanging. He's hanging in there. And I don't know whether Dynamite Kid knows it or not, but that's dangerous.
Dynamite
He's
comes in anyway. All 4 men are in the ring now.
And the Dynamite Kid is not going to get out. In the meantime, look at this.
Small package.
Small package. Got him there. The Russian coming back. Rolled him up. But I think the referee is sending him out.
Over again.
Another reversal. Come on, ref.
He's down 1, 2. It's over.
Everybody here on their feet. They've gone absolutely wild. And I'm afraid the Russian and the Arab were thwarted. They were foiled and fooled with their own game.
That's what you call a double, triple cross.
The winners and still champions, the British Bulldogs.
Well, the Slickster raising the hands of Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik when in fact it was the British Bulldogs who were victorious and successful in defending their title, and it's almost time for the surprise.
It's almost time for Christmas, you might as well say.
Christmas, huh?
It's better than Christmas.
For who?
For you.
For me?
Yeah.
Well, that remains to be seen. Well, wrestling fans, aside from the big surprise from Bobby the Brain Heenan, that about wraps it up this week here for Prime Time Wrestling. Wait a minute. Next week, I want to make you all aware that we will be on next Thursday. That'll be our starting time next week here on Prime Time next Thursday. You know, being at this surprise, I get the connotation that it has something to do with me. And a surprise from you having something to do with me, I really don't care to watch.
No, you got to watch this.
I'm not going to watch it.
Roll it now. Roll it now.
Watch it.
Quick. Come on, turn
Go
around.
ahead and roll it if you want. I'm not going to watch
roll it. Roll it.
You want to roll it?
Roll it now. Roll it now. Wait a minute. What is that? No, 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 no. Turn that off. Turn that off.
Oh, this is
Turn that off.
this.
Hey, who's the director in there? Get him out here now. Get him out here now.
This is terrific.
That's not the tape I had. That's not the tape I ordered. No, 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 no. That's not the tape I ordered.
Maybe.
Don't I have any control out here?
Surprise.
Wait a minute. That's not the tape I ordered.
This is the particular piece of tape that you had in mind.
I'm sick and tired of this.
Week
after week after week, somebody's out here to get me. Somebody's out here to make a fool out of me. I had highlights of your career.
We didn't make a fool. You promised. You delivered exactly what you promised. The worst wrestler I've ever seen in my life. That was footage of him.
You're talking about Hogan, pal. You're not talking about me. I had the highlights of your career out here. What have you got here? That's what I gave the guy in the back.
This particular piece of tape here is what you had in mind.
Is he that dumb that he can't understand what I told him?
Oh, my God, Bobby.
Okay.
Do you honestly believe that for 1 second that you can get up and pull the wool over the eyes of me? Give me a break.
Yes, I can.
I've been around this business for over 25 years.
I don't care what you've been around.
Give me a break,
I'm
Bobby.
sick and tired of those makeshift phones they bring out here that don't work.
Good. You want to call somebody?
Bobby, is something wrong?
No, there's another guy talking to me. I don't know who the heck that's even.
That's the big guy from upstairs. That's the big guy from upstairs.
Wait a minute. This guy I had canned, he's back.
Tremendous job, Len. Excellent.
You walk away from me when I'm trying to do an interview week after week after week. Somebody tries to make a fool out of me. You know, I don't need you people to do that to me.
No, you can do it all by yourself.
You're damn. No, I can't do it by myself.
You're doing a good job of it. Absolutely.
Stop. Can you put this back on? Can somebody roll this for me?
Highly unlikely.
No, that's the worst human. No, not that.
That's it. Run it again. Oh, terrific. Roll it. Yes, roll it.
Roll it. Don't anybody understand anything?
Bobby the Weasel Heenan being crushed by the world's heavyweight champion.
Well, that isn't going to be a champion much longer.
And dressed in black.
I told you wear black. I told you the fool wears. You wear black.
Wraps it up here this week for Prime Time Wrestling. I don't think we'll have any surprises in the near future from Bobby the Brain Heenan. We'll have on soon saying so long.